I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump, 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 up in the air. I want you to jump, jump.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing I Follow Blank's makeup tutorial. I did the challenge before. It is created by Thomas Halbert here on YouTube. He is amazing, and I think this is a great idea for a challenge, you know? It really does take you out of your comfort zone and makes you kind of start with a blank mind, because you don't really do your techniques and your ways. You're doing somebody else's, so it's just a really cool concept in general. I feel like it looks like I'm not wearing anything, but get the pink velvet shirt because I am going to be doing I Follow a Jeffreestar makeup tutorial, and this is going to be fun because one, he is super bougie and I have a bougie taste, but I don't have bougie money, you know what I mean? Also, he has me blocked on Twitter. I mean, I bet you half the world is also blocked from him on Twitter. I don't know, but I just thought that'd be funny because he has me blocked, and I mean, I don't know what I did, but I'm blocked. And yeah, I'm gonna be following his makeup tutorial. Oh, but I'm gonna be following it with a twist. So every bougie product he's using that's super expensive and worth my rent, I'm going to be using a drugstore dupe. So we can look as bougie as, you know, Jeffreestar, but on a CVS type of budget, you know what I mean? So let's get started. I'm gonna be watching him from my computer like I did with the Tana video. For those who don't know, I did a Following a Tana Mojo makeup tutorial. Go watch that. That was my last upload. The video I'm going to be following today is how to get a sugar daddy makeup tutorial, because like I said, we're using drugstore. We want to get to that bougie level, so in order to do that, I mean, we're going to sugar daddy. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm totally not joking. I'm joking. Okay, let's get to his thing.
So today, as you can tell, I have no contacts in.
Same, no contacts.
Brown, hazel-ish eyes.
Now, no contacts today, honey.
Today, we're going to be going into one of my all-time favorites, the Sisley Double Tensier Primer. This one.
Should I do a price difference between everything he uses and I use? Would that be cool? Let's just Google how much that primer is versus the primer I'm gonna be using. Okay, so that primer, oh my god, okay, he's using a Sisley primer. The one he's using is $192. What we're using is the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. Remember when this was a big thing? Yeah, this costs $5.49. So maybe I'll do the math, maybe not, but that is a big difference from $190 whatever dollars. Okay, so he's just rubbing in with his fingers. Basic. I don't know if he uses a brush. You know, he's so bougie. I did moisturize my face. Also, drugstore is from Neutrogena. So we're applying this all over the face with our fingers. I know a lot of people stopped using this post shave balm as primer because a lot of people were saying that it was making clogging their pores and stuff, but I still use it and it hasn't done anything wrong to me, and it's been lasting me a really long time. He is using a foundation from Guerlain, which I looked it up. It costs $63, and our drugstore dupe is going to be Maybelline Superstay, because this is for a drugstore foundation. One, it has a pump, and I don't think any drugstore foundation, well, especially for Maybelline, has a pump, so this is a big deal. Also 24 hours. It's super high coverage. So this is gonna be our dupe. This also costs $12. It goes from $10 to $12. So way cheaper. So he is using a beauty blender. We're using the same pink one as him. Mine's a little stained, but it's okay. Okay, the foundation is on. Do you see how like covered I am? This is such a good foundation. For concealer, he is using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, as you probably heard, which is a $30 concealer. We're gonna be going in with NYX HD concealer. This used to be my favorite concealer before Tarte Shape Tape came out, and this is only $5. So that is a huge difference.
Tip. Come on, tip. And I'm just gonna take this and put it right under my eyes.
So he's just putting it under his eye for now. I'm trying to see what else he puts it on. His
Oh my
chin.
god, you guys, this concealer like melts
Is that
into your
it?
skin, and maybe because the
Hold on, I wasn't paying attention.
And I'm just gonna take this and put it right. The thing I wish is the shade was a little light. Oh my god, you guys.
Okay. So I think he just puts it under his eye and chin. So let me just push this up a little bit. Just blending it out with a beauty blender. So that's what I'm going to do too. Do you see how much this brightens up the under eye? Ooh, I'm telling you, do not sleep on drugstore makeup. Don't. It's rude. Look at this. We look so good, not gonna lie. Okay, so right now he's setting his like under eye to make it brighter with a white powder. I didn't have any type of like white powder like that. Like I have highlights but not like white powder. I'm not gonna do that, but what I'm gonna do, this is the only thing that's not drugstore, is take some Laura Mercier translucent powder, because we do need to set that concealer or else it is going to move. It's going to crease. So I'm just going to lightly set it with a powder like he's doing. Now there is like drugstore like powders, like Maybelline does have one, and obviously there's Air Spun, which is really good, and you get like a big container and it's like, I don't even know how much, but it's really cheap. But I just don't have any, and oof, adding that powder just really smoothed out our face. So now he is bronzing with a Marc Jacobs Beauty Omega Bronzer Coconut Perfect Tan Bronzer, and that is $91. What I picked out for us to use is, I have this Master Contour Kit from Maybelline in shade 10, light to medium, and it has this contour shade right here, which I'm going to use as bronzer. This is $9.99, so it's $10. That is a major difference. So it doesn't smell like coconuts like his does. This smells like nothing, sadly, but maybe if you have some Febreze that smells like Hawaii or something, you can spray it as you're applying and you can just dream that it's that bronzer. He doesn't really show how he like really applies it, but he says what he does. So he says he did the right here. By the way, I've never used like this contour powder before. Only like maybe like once or twice. I bought it for a video and I never ended up making the video because I didn't really, well, I did make it but I didn't like how it turned out, so I never uploaded it. Okay, he also said he did the jawline, so we're gonna do the jawline. He also did the temples of his forehead. Well, he said his forehead. I don't know if he did the whole thing or just the sides, but I'm gonna just do it on the sides a little bit. And then he says he did his nose. Like I said, he doesn't show it, but I'm pretty sure he did like the sides. But he had a big fluffy brush. So I'm gonna just do that. I don't know. I never put bronzer on my nose. So I'm just gonna, I can't even keep my eyes open. Do that. I don't know if that's what he did, but whatever. And now we are bronzed. Okay, now that I look at it like fully, we look good. For highlighter, he's using his stuff. He's using Peach Goddess and Eclipse Skin Frost. So his Peach Goddess highlighter is $29. And he's mixing it with another one. So 29 plus 29. So instead of $29 highlighter, we have Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter and Precious Petals, and this only costs, ooh, they have it for Rite Aid for $4, Ulta for $5, and Target for $5. So his tutorials are a little confusing to me because like he'll just show him doing like this, but then when he's like done, like he'll jump cut and like his nose is highlighted in his mouth. Like he doesn't like verbally say it, but like I can see that his like Cupid's bow is like highlighted. So I'm just gonna, we're gonna highlight our cheekbone. Woo, yes. I'm gonna make a little disclaimer now that I think about it as I'm highlighting. I'm not saying don't spend your money on like these amazing things. Like, I'm not bashing any of the high products he's using. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. I'm not saying don't buy them, you know. I'm not saying, oh, why spend $29 when you could spend this much? I'm not saying that, but I just thought since he's so bougie that I could do a drugstore version just in case, you know, because a lot of the people can't afford that type of stuff and they probably want to recreate this look and they just don't know how, or they just think they can't because they don't have those type of products. So that's like why I'm doing this. Also because it's funny to me. But yeah, because I definitely have higher, like I have a Dior foundation, you know, and I have like a YSL lipstick, you know. Like, I'm not saying don't spend your money on lavish things because that's not the point of this video. It's just, you know, just in case you think you can't recreate something because you don't have the expensive products, like just know that you can. Okay, so one thing me and Jeffrey do have in common besides our bougie taste is our lack of having eyebrows, because as you can see, like they're not prominent at all. He is using two different things. He's using Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil and Anastasia Taupe Dip Brow. So the Benefit pencil is not expensive at all. It is just $12. And the dip brow is $18. And what we're using today, which I've used in many videos before, is the Maybelline Brow Drama Pro palette, which comes with a powder, a cream, and a powder. And this goes from, depending on where you buy it, like if you buy it from Ulta, $13, Walmart $11, and eBay like $7. Doesn't show how he does his eyebrows or anything. He just says he'll be right back. So we're gonna do the same thing, and next time you see me, I'll be having brows. Okay, we are back with some brows. We look more alive, better than ever. Now he's priming his eyelids with YSL Contour Eye Primer, and that is $30. Which I don't know why he does that, because I think he has foundation on his eyes, and I never do like my face first, but like when I do and I have foundation on my eyes, I set it with powder, and that's kind of how I like you know, use as primer. I'm going to be using Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer. This is what I use every single day, drugstore, tutorial, or not. And it is $6.19. Is applying his primer with a synthetic brush. I just use my finger, like, or if anything, a beauty blender. I love how like this has become not really me following him, just making up my own rules. It's just because I'm like too lazy to get a synthetic brush. Just use your beauty blender. It's the same thing. Now he is setting this with an ivory eyeshadow that he said he was working on, so we don't know what it is or how much it costs or anything, but that doesn't mean we don't know what ivory looks like. So I'm gonna be jumping into the Wet n Wild, the Naked Truth like quad. I'm picking up this right here because it's a nice white eyeshadow shade. Applying this from the lid all the way to the brow bone. Okay, so right now he's going in with his palette from his company, the Giorgiani androgyny, I can't say that, androgyny eyeshadow palette, which is $45. He's going in with, I think it's called Charmed or something. It's like an orangey shade. But what I found that can be kind of close to it is the Maybelline Total Temptation palettes. It is only $10. Okay, so I'm just going to be mixing the two orange shades. He went from here across the lash line, and then like his crease like made an oval, stopped here, and then he left like a blank space. I feel like you can't see because the shade is so light, but he did that, and then he just fills it in. That's interesting. I've never applied shadow like that before. I've always just like, it's on my lid, it's on my lid, you know? So now we're just gonna blow out this color. So still taking those two colors, but now just switching into a blending brush. He said with barely any product, he blended this shade upwards. So we're just really blowing out this shade now. He's going in with a chocolate brown shade. This palette does have a brown, but as you can see, this is not a chocolate brown. This is not a deep dark chocolate brown. So we're gonna go back in with the palette we used earlier from Wet n Wild, The Naked Truth, and this is only $3.93. So he just puts it straight into his crease, right in here. He's tilting his head back, and he's just putting it in right there. Back and forth, back and forth. Ooh, pretty. Okay. I thought that honestly wasn't gonna look good with like just that harsh brown in it, but it's not harsh at all. It's actually complements the rest of the look nice, and this is so much softer. I feel like, okay, this is perfect example. We're doing the more softer version of his look. Since we're using drugstore, we're not as pigmented, we're not as like. Okay, right now he is lining his waterline with Smolder from MAC eye pencil, which costs $17.15. I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula one that I took from my mom because I don't really use eyeliner like that. The Shimmer Strips eyeshadow, and you get like 3 for $8.33. So that is a steal. So for his lower lash line to blend out the under eye, he just used the two orange shades, so we're gonna go back to that. Now going back into the brown shade, we're gonna go closer to where the liner is and really smoke that and blend that out. Okay, that is done. Got the color, it's all smoked out down there. Okay, now he's using Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, which is $24. I'm using a Maybelline one, which is about like $7 to $8. He puts on mascara first and then lashes. I haven't done that in so long. I hate mascara before lashes, but we're gonna do it. So now he's using Lily Lashes in Miami, and I do have those, but since this is a drugstore version, I'm going to be using Eylure lashes, which are way cheaper. Lily Lashes are $30, and Eylure, I believe I got a pack of 3, and it was only like, I want to say like somewhere from like $8 to like $13. Okay, so the lashes are on. Now I think he does lips next. Let's go find out. So for lips, he's using a liquid cream lipstick from Marc Jacobs, which is $28. I'm going to be using a Revlon dupe because I honestly think it looks the same, except of course this is a lipstick, and I think it's a butter. Is it a butter? I think it's like, instead of being creamy, I think it's really smooth on the lips, and this is only like $7, $8. We look whitewashed a little bit on the lips. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some translucent powder and just with my finger pick up a little bit and dab it on top of the lipstick. So that way the color is more prominent because it's not shiny, and it'll look better. And his isn't shiny either since it's a cream. For setting spray, he's using the Marc Jacobs Recovery Coconut Setting Spray, which is $39. I'm going to be using the Mary Badescu Setting Spray, which is has aloe, herbs, and rose water. His smells like coconut. Ours is going to smell like roses. And instead of being however much that was, this is going to just cost you around like $7 or more, I think, depending on like the size you get, but it's really not that expensive. Okay guys, this is the final look. Let me get a little closer for you guys. Show you. Yeah. Don't look bad, we look good. And I honestly don't think we look that far off. Obviously our colors aren't as pigmented and as strong, but we do have that nice orangey brown smoked out look. We're highlighted, we're contoured, we have a nice nude lip, some beautiful lashes, eyebrows. I honestly think we're not that far off from him. This is his how to get a sugar daddy tutorial, and I mean, using drugstore makeup, I still feel like we can still accomplish that goal, you know what I mean? Okay guys, that was it for today's video. I'm gonna start going back into actually doing tutorials because I've been doing a lot of challenges, and it's just funny because I know I've been saying I want to do more challenges, and now I'm kind of just like I want to do a tutorial again. So expect my next upload hopefully to be a tutorial. I don't know. And yeah, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing challenges, just I'm gonna give them a little break for now. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on my post notification bell because you don't want to miss this face. You just don't. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.